What's up, YouTube? It's Lady Vet. I'm back with the recap of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 9. Last time we lost Juliana to Raquel's revenge bullet. But now we find Lulu moving as usual, drunk and drinking, with no pressing business except to get to his next drink. Lulu stumbled into an after hours liquor store for a bottle, but had no money, and the store manager wasn't feeling that and started to shoot at Lulu. He missed, and Lulu continued his miserable drunk journey. On the other side of town, Ronnie and his crew waited for his re-up. Realizing that Juliana's people are never late, Ronnie told his driver to go, but he said it a little too late. Juliana's people didn't meet Ronnie, but Joaquin and his people did. During the chaos, Ronnie's driver asked if they were met by 5-0. Ronnie said no. As Joaquin approached Ronnie, he told his driver that that's the man who has come to tell him that he is out of business. Joaquin got Ronnie out of his van to surrender to the knowledge of the day. Juliana is dead, and whatever their relationship was really doesn't matter because it's over. Also, Ronnie was informed that he is still breathing because his investors, Snaps and Pop, asked Joaquin to spare Ronnie's life. Not so much that they love Ronnie, but they wanted their 401k money back from Ronnie. Ronnie's first thought, this is about Rock, but even that record was set straight. That it was about Joaquin's word to not sell heroin in the South Side. It's about time Joaquin did more than have dinner and a cigarette. He put the brakes on Ronnie. But no matter what, Ronnie will blame Rock. And why not blame Rock? After all, Rock's business is going full speed ahead. She's got workers in place, Marvin acting as overseer, her supply trucks in full delivery mode, the restaurants engaged in making sure the people know that they have the special sauce. Since Rock put Ronnie on pause, she took time out to meet with Jukebox. Rock congratulated her on her musical success and provided family support. And Rock gave Jukebox her letter from the Army. That was mailed to Rock's address. Rock asked Jukebox if the Army was what she wanted, but she didn't really know what she wanted. Jukebox was torn between two worlds, where music was her first love. Rock offered comfort and support in whatever choice that Jukebox made, and Rock apologized to Jukebox for all the times she asked for her help with Kanan. Rock wanted Jukebox to know it's all about Jukebox now and nothing else. As Jukebox searched for her way in life, so did Famous. Famous went to Cafe Vu to help Shirley out and heard his music being played in Lulu's studio. It was Shirley and her friend, the owner of a few independent labels. Shirley suggested that they collaborate, and Famous jumped on it, except they needed Lulu, who was somewhere in the wind. Speaking of Lulu, Marvin was also looking for him. Marvin asked the tenant supervisor to let him in for a health and wellness check. After looking around a very messy apartment, Marvin left with no knowledge of where his baby brother may be. Back at the precinct, Captain Batiste was visited by Burke's dad, who seemed more like Gerald's dad, in my opinion. Either way, Captain Burke visited Captain Batiste and wanted to keep the case open because he now believes that Detective Howard orchestrated the death of his daughter. The newest information that Burke's dad got is what he wanted to share with Captain Batiste. By now, Ronnie has circled back to Snaps and Pop, telling them what he knows. Ronnie didn't think twice about approaching Snaps, and Snaps didn't think twice about pulling a strap on Ronnie to calm him down. Pop told Ronnie that it was dumb to go around the boss Colombian to get to his cousin. Ronnie appears not to be that smart. Ronnie sat down with Snaps and Pop to blame none other than Rock. They reminded Ronnie that he took their money and not Raquel, and of course, He doesn't want to mess with their retirement fund. Burke's dad told Captain Batiste about Howard going to Nicole's dad to file a complaint against Shannon. They hashed out the previous pieces that led back to Laverne Thomas, and Laverne said that Burke had nothing to do with Nicole's death. Captain Batiste realized that they had forgotten about Laverne, so he called Agent Tanner. Marvin ran out of places to look for Lulu, so he went to his workers to put the word out on the street that he's paying real money to find him. The workers told Marvin that they heard that Lulu robbed the liquor store. Agent Tanner came to Batiste's office with the quickness, but was ready to walk away until he heard the name Laverne Thomas, daughter of Marvin Thomas. Captain Batiste said that they appeared to be a link between Marvin Thomas, Detective Burt, and Detective Howard. Shannon's dad thought that maybe his daughter figured it all out and that's why she's gone. Kanan's parents once again met on a rooftop to discuss family business. Howard said to Rock that he told her before that he doesn't want to meet with her anymore. Rock told him that Lou needs to be off the streets and she can't find him. She needs an assist. I don't know why Howard is complaining. The Thomas family were minding their business when he insisted on getting to know his son. So now, Howard, you have Kanan and a whole family. Careful what you ask for. Marvin was running late for his meet with Gerald, but he still got with him. Gerald politely tried to back away from Marvin by saying that he didn't want to be a burden, but Marvin stressed that this is how friendship works. Marvin asked if Gerald was coming to Jukebox performance, and yes, he planned to be there as his last piece to the story. Famous was looking for Lulu for different reasons than Marvin, so he headed over to ask Kanan. I don't know why Famous would go back to a place where he was forced from. As he knocked on his own door, Ronnie answered and told him to go away. No, not Famous. He insisted on speaking to Kanan. So Ronnie jacked him up against the wall and told him that he's always talking so he can never hear. Kanan watched while Ronnie told Famous again to go away. Kanan asked Ronnie to ease up, and he told Famous that he isn't in contact with his family. Kanan went back inside, and Ronnie threw Famous down in the hallway. As he was getting up, Kanan ran to the door to tell him that Jukebox's performance at the mall will have everyone there, and he's going too, so he doubted that Lulu would miss it. A hurt and sad Famous said nothing. He just walked away. As Kanan re-entered, he was stopped by Ronnie to say, "You going to the mall when we don't got no business?" Kanan checked Ronnie and told him that he has no need to worry about what he's doing. The mall was packed, and Jukebox peeped out the curtains to see that she had full support, including Famous. The group Butter came together as one love. They got an inspirational talk from Nikaya. They took their places and did the thing. The audience loved them. Well, let me correct myself. Not everyone was at the mall, except Uncle Lulu, who was found in a bar trying to go to sleep when a couple of Howard's cops found him. Back at the mall, Marvin ran into Kanan and checked his excitement level for Jukebox. Although Kanan admitted the Jukebox did good, when Rock approached Kanan and told him that they were celebrating Jukebox in a couple of days, he should come through. Kanan told her that he didn't have time for them. Rock told Kanan that it wasn't good threatening the social worker. She could make phone calls and Kanan would be upstate. Kanan told Rock that he could also make phone calls, and there are places that she can be taken to. Marvin chimed in that Kanan should not speak to his mother that way, but Rock said that it was all right. The feds were talking to Nikaya, but from a distance, the girls thought that she was talking to industry people who wanted to sign them, so they were excited about the possibilities. Even Crystal gave Jukebox her props. Sadly enough, they came behind the curtain. Agent Tanner introduced himself as FBI and told Laverne that they had questions to ask her about her family's connection to organized crime. Jukebox's heart fell with embarrassment on her big show day. Baby brother Lulu was pretty chatty with the officers who took him from the bar. Howard was alone with Lulu and told him that he could not stop talking and that his sister was on the way to collect him and to be quiet until then. Oh no, not Lulu. His chatty mouth continued to accuse Howard of being wrong about Scrappy. Lou told Howard that he killed Scrappy. Howard pulled the strap on Lulu and begged him to utter one more syllable so that he could put him out of his misery. Lou's pathetic self said that he was already dead. Marvin hurried to the hospital where he found Gerald in total distress. When Marvin asked what happened, Gerald told him that he paused to get high, and while asleep, his baby girl Alice drowned in the tub, and that the state was taking Amber out of his care, so he's got nothing. Marvin sympathized with Gerald, and Gerald began his confession. At first, it sounded like it didn't make sense, but Gerald told Marvin that he's making sense and that he isn't a good friend. Gerald told Marvin that he has been working with the FBI, but not to worry because he didn't give them anything on Marvin. Gerald asked Marvin to try and forgive him and understand that he did it for his kids. Marvin, too, through with Gerald, told him, ain't no father or friend. He ain't nothing. Marvin left Gerald to his troubles. Jukebox is dealing with her own miseries while being interrogated by Agent Tanner. He told Jukebox that they know that it was her father who gave the drugs to Nicole, and they know that he is working with organized crime to sell drugs in South Jamaica, and they want Jukebox to tell them more. And they wanted to know if her dad and Howard are friends. Jukebox held her own. She told Tanner that they have nothing, and if they did, they wouldn't be talking to her. Tanner began scratching his head. Rock made it to Lulu and Howard, but by now Marvin has told Rock about the Gerald snitch situation. So Rock wanted to concentrate on Howard lying to her face about not having anything with the task force. But Howard admitted to his wrongdoings to sacrifice Marvin for the greater good, said that Marvin should take one for the team and that he would probably understand. The problem is Rock. She wasn't with throwing her big brother under the bus to get life or the chair in the penitentiary. Rock told Howard that she will never sell out her family. However, Howard said, fine then, let the chips fall where they may. F you and your family. Rock told Howard, your family is my family. Howard left, and Raquel moved on to Lulu, who addressed her as the Black Widow, and she addressed him as the Black Eye. Lulu has lost control of his mouth considering he is tied to a chair. The FBI came to Gerald's house but got no answer, so they broke in with the intent to take him in as a professional courtesy. But Gerald wasn't going to NYPD. He was found in his house with a needle stuck in his arm. Gerald is going to the morgue. Apparently, Agent Tanner heard about Gerald, and that became more pressing. So he went to Jukebox and told her that he was letting her go, but he wanted to know if she has ever seen her father interact with Detective Howard. Jukebox told him that he messed up her entire life, and does he really expect her to answer his questions? He told Jukebox that she was free to go. Ogden joined the task force at Gerald's house asking about any foul play. The FBI told him that Gerald killing himself is one of the smartest things that he has done in years. No foul play. Back to this baby brother Lulu. The chatty mouth continues until Marvin walks in. Now Lulu wants Big Brother Marvin to save him from Rock, the Black Widow. Little does Lulu know the kind of day that Marvin is dealing with. Lulu's mouth only reminds Marvin of Gerald's mouth. Lulu's talking about, Marvin, don't let her kill me, man. Marvin's got more pressing business because either he knows that Gerald is dead or he will find out that Gerald ain't talking no more. Rock told Marvin to get Lulu in the car. Lulu's voice has changed to an almost high pitch, but he isn't talking so much now. When Howard gets back to the station, he is summoned by Captain Batiste to come to his office where Agent Tanner is hanging on to a broken case. Captain Batiste asked if he leaned on Nicole's dad to file against Burke, and Agent Tanner chimed in asking the nature of his relationship to Marvin Thomas. Howard told Captain Batiste that he was the reason that he went to Bingham in the first place. He's no snitch, so he wasn't going to IED, and he have nothing to do with Marvin Thomas. Then he asked what Captain was getting at. Him having a relationship with some drug dealer? For now, Howard put them all on pause. Kanan is summoned to the hot seat of Snaps, Pop, and yeah, Ronnie's with them also. Snaps tell Kanan that his mom's is messing with their money. Ronnie is eager to say that she needs to be handled. The time has come for Kanan to man up. What will his decision be? As you already know, we started the episode with Lou recklessly drinking and driving, and now after a full day of Lou's mouth on go, he's riding with his siblings. Because they continue to drive for a while with no end, we can guess one of two things. 1, Lulu's body will come up missing, or 2, they may have found a place to put Lulu out of sight, out of mind, some place where he can talk continuously and no one listens or believes him. The siblings are riding in silence, something that Lulu hasn't been used to for some time now. So of course Lou's talking about love for him or don't they care. Eventually Marvin utters, "We love you, Lou." Lou wanted to know, why are they doing him like this? Rock told Lou that he did this to himself. The siblings are quiet as Marvin offers Lou a drink, of which he did not hesitate to take. Lou pleaded his case, and the drive continued. One more episode. Stay tuned. Subscribe, like, and comment. Until the next time, guys.